Yeah. The way to drive outside, you would think a nigga play for the major league. But let's see, I can come into the tour run.
I'm not keeping that in the video. That was stupid. Spent all that time doing that just for nothing. Anyways, oh my god. Okay, I'm sitting in the chair. Fuck it. Welcome back, all you cucks and bucks, to another episode of Marcus Ashley's Ruminations. I'm your host, Marcus Ashley, and I'll be your underqualified philosophical psychiatrist. And I hope you'll be mine as we explore our minds and dive into all our twisted, dark fantasies. Everywhere, you can't escape Kanye. I just want to throw that out there too, because I was trying to find something better to end that and piggyback off of. Yeah. I know it's like not really what the album's called, but it just makes me think about Kanye. That's all. Anyways, as we allow our thoughts to ruminate, now sit back, grab your favorite controlled substance, and let's ruminate. My controlled substance today of choice is already in my system, but I've got water today. Because we gotta have like good little boys and girls. Cause like I'm not gonna, we're not even gonna just. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Like I'm pretty sure people at my job watch this, and that's not a problem. It's just like it is. I just gotta be careful. That's all. You gotta be careful. That's all. Anyways, how y'all doing? You been good? I hope y'all been good. I hope y'all been staying busy. I feel like I've been busy out of my mind, but it's a good kind of busy. I've been dealing with summer classes, been, trying to make sure I hit the mics every couple days, some other things, don't exactly want to talk about on the pod, but I've been staying busy. And I realized how important that is, because I really was sitting, and there's like a couple like side hustles. Amway's kind of part of one of them. There's like a bunch of side stuff I'm doing that I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm tired with productive stuff. Because if I wasn't doing any of this, what would I be filling my time up with? Like early years in college, it would just be literally wake up, smoke, hop on the game, hop on campus, just be bullshitting outside, go to the boys' dorm. Tony and the rest of the guys' dorm, smoke there. Sorry, I just exposed Tony. I hope. Anyways, some other people, some other friends. Not gonna name, just gonna name Tony. but yeah, I'm glad I'm doing things productive now. 2022, 2023, I was not on shit. I wasn't doing nothing. I was working. Oh, I just remember I was door dashing for a while. That was an ugly, disgusting little hustle. Because you're getting hustled. Like, if anyone is thinking about doing like carrier, like app service things, go with like Instacart or Uber Eats or something like that. Do not do DoorDash. DoorDash sucks. Stinks. I've never done Uber Eats, but I've been explaining their system. And the problem I have with the DoorDash system, as a dasher, is when you clock in, it locks you into a zone, a specific area. And that order you get might take you outside the zone. And you can't get another order until you go back in the zone. And so up in Kennesaw, I thought it would be pretty lucrative to do it around here. It's a college town. I didn't realize how spread out housing in Kennesaw is, because Kennesaw really is a commuter college. It's not like UGA or Georgia State's kind of the city, but Georgia State's also got a really online populace. So I don't know, just more like I can't think of schools that big. Valdosta has better housing than Kennesaw. I know Morehouse been having housing problems. I don't know, I can't think of it, but just there's certain colleges that they just have better housing, on campus housing. Kennesaw does for freshmen. After that, good luck. You got to stay at apartments, houses, someone's basement. I actually almost did stay in someone's basement my first year at Kennesaw. It was a nice basement, but they had like a military cod, so it was or cot. So it was either I would sleep on that or get a new one. But it had its own kitchen down there. It was pretty nice. But that might be the case. So you might be in Kennesaw, you're locked into that zone. Kennesaw might be two different zones. That shit might take you to Ackworth because someone goes to Kennesaw State, but they really stay at Ackworth, and that's like 15 minutes down the street. Yeah, depending on what part of Kennesaw, obviously. But yeah, then with traffic, a whole bunch of other stuff. Wasn't lucrative. Don't do it. But Instacart's another one. I think it's shipped. I don't know. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't want to talk about them anymore. Go check out the Amway My Shop. Go talk about the stuff that pays me. The sponsored things. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that stuff. But we gonna get into the stuff here today. This episode is actually gonna be titled. I mean, you guys already saw it. I just realized I'm thinking I haven't seen it because I haven't put it out technically. Y'all seen it, but the title of this episode is gonna be "Did you forget our anniversary?" Yeah, I had to check out. I thought I put your for a second. Our anniversary and comedy. Yes, I did forget our anniversary. I'm sorry because this is a great callback to actually episode 2. And I probably put like a little black and white thing. I don't know, filter, flashback. You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Quotable, Mr. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know. They're not always my quotes, but they're just good quotes. But this is my own quote. This is something that I thought of when I was trying to make my 5-year goals, and I was thinking when I should do a special, right? Like when I would get the stain and the ability to be able to put together a special. And I thought about when I would do it, and I was like, I should pick like my birthday or like an important day, like the day I started or something, or the month. I don't remember the exact day I started and stuff. But then I thought, and this is where I came with the quote. I said, don't start something on an important day. Make the day important because you started something. And like I can't remember the day I did comedy. I didn't start on an important day. But that day, this time is now important to me because I can think back a year and I think back 5 years. I'll be like, that's when I started. It wasn't my birthday. It wasn't anyone's birthday. It wasn't a special event. It was just a random Friday. I decided to go to Monticello and try out comedy. Come back. But yeah, great callback to episode 2. Because I really don't know. I hope that feels seamless. I really don't know what day I started comedy. The clip that we have, I believe it's June 7th. So this is the month. I knew this month the episode was going to correlate to that. I meant to get this episode done way sooner. But like I said, school's kicking my ass. So, segment, you know what it is. It's the first one. It's the OG. It's the favorite. I hope it's your favorite. I don't know. No one tells me. Film room with Coach A. I don't know why we say it like that. This is such an unserious thing. I love this. I love this space. I love this thing to do. I actually might end up doing something kind of different because I know these episodes have been like an hour 15, an hour 30. These episodes might end up being like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Don't want to say too much about it, but just some different things that I'm thinking about right now. Drink y'all's water. Get y'all's pH right, man. So, Nathaniel, my boy who he runs the space, see him out at poetry open mics all over the city, like Urban Grind. I actually have a clip from Urban Grind that we'll probably end up reviewing. Not this episode, but just later. But he usually says no disclaimers. That's a bad thing to do. You can't do disclaimers, but I'm gonna be honest with you. These 3 clips are from not my first 3 times, but within my first like couple months of doing comedy, and I really didn't know where to go. So I just went on Eventbrite, looked up stand-up open mics, and there was a spot called Monticello. I believe Monticello was still there. I just don't, from what I've heard, they don't do the open mics there anymore. It's very sad because I never actually got to kill that room.
I haven't killed yet at all, but I that was kind of one of my goals. Was like I gotta, because I bombed there. It was one of the first places I did, but I bombed there really bad. Someone said my hair looked like a wig, which I kind of deserved because this was when I was cutting my sides real low. I kind of stopped that. After that, I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped a little bit, but let me make sure, because you know what you know what people been making fun of me for? My mustache, my stash. They've been making fun of me for it. I'm trying to make sure I don't got no food in it because I just ate, and it would be embarrassing. I go a whole hour with some teriyaki chicken in my upper lip, but whew, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna hurt me way more than it's gonna hurt you. Don't worry. So.
If y'all have the earpieces and just turn them hearing.
Okay, wait. Actually, context. I remember this now. All right, so this was my first clip. I don't know if it's one of these later ones. Probably not, but I might not have it. The first time there, while I was talking, like I was getting through one joke, and someone was like, "We can't hear you," and I was like, "Oh," because I didn't know what to do. Because I was like, "Do I like?" And this was like my second time. I'm pretty sure. I was like, "Do I keep going with the joke and like no one heard the setup, or do I just start up?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing?" I don't remember what I did, but I got through my minutes at the very least. That's one thing. That's one thing I've always done. Get through my time. I might cry. I might shit my pants. I might bleed. But I'm gonna get through my time. This clip's only 3 minutes. It might be a full 4, but I don't know. But yeah, so this time when I got on stage, because I also learned this room was a much older room, much older, crowd. Like average age is probably 40, 38 minimum up. And so I'm going in here, fresh 21. And so the joke I opened up with was, um, I, I said, if you can't hear me, just turn your hearing aids up. I think I said something a little bit before that, but basically what I was trying to say was, and I stuttered too because I was nervous as hell, but what I said was, if you can't hear me way in the back, just make sure you turn your hearing aids up. So.
If y'all have the earpieces and just turn them hearing aids, I don't know what they're called. Because I don't got them yet, but just turn them up. How's it going? Good, good.
Horrible. Insult them and then ask, how are you doing? Horrible. Not horrible, but just it's like I know there's nothing in my head right now. I just know.
Yeah, it's weird being the youngest person in the room a lot of times. I know it's been a while for me. But for me it's louder? You can go louder? My bad. You can hear me now? Okay. See, she turned her hearing it.
Oh wait.
So she can hear me.
That was a good read. Hold up. You know what? I shouldn't have paused it right there. That was a bad place to pause it.
Loud? You can go louder? My bad. You can hear me now? Okay. See, she turned her hearing aids on. She can hear
me. Good rebound. Maybe I prepared that beforehand. Maybe I didn't. But good rebound. Because I didn't remember that I still kept dropping the mic, or I thought I was being way louder in the mic than I was. So, yeah.
Who here is born in, let's say, 80s? Same way. 80s, baby. Front, okay. 90s? 90s over here. I know, okay, so what, 70s? 6? Damn! Hi, Mom! How you doing? I didn't know you was coming out tonight. My bad. Where's Dad at? Nah, he probably in jail. Anyways. I got some... I don't got a lot of shit planned, but I got some fucked up friends, and they got some fucked up stories. I got one friend, this is not a joke, she was born on 9/11. Do I just need to get closer? Is that better?
I'm like getting coached through my set. Like, there's more chatter, and in my head, I feel like I remembered people talking to me more. That's why I kind of, because I was not moving. The one consistent thing about all these clips probably is I'm not moving. I'm very, like, I'm just right here. Or hand in my pocket. Like, I'm not moving at all, not really moving my feet. I'm not animated. I'm not using my body to tell the joke at all. God, that's so embarrassing. How much we left? Oh, it's only a minute. It's only a minute. This feels long.
Okay, I'm gonna start over. I got a friend who was born on 9/11, and that's not a joke. She seriously was. 2023 or 2003. She was born on 9/11, and she watches a lot of serial killer documentaries and like about dictators, Saddam Hussein, Ted Bundy, all that type of shit. It is weird because I'm not into that stuff. And she'll come to me and she'll tell me like, I don't get how these serial killers convince these women to come back home with them and kill them, but they got pussy first and they had sex with them, da da da. And I was telling I get it, because we got serial killers today who get sex, who have sex, and we know that they're serial killers. We just call them women who have abortions. That's the verbiage that we use for them today. It's a little different, but unfortunately, it's kind of the same thing.
I know you're hearing a lot of noise and chatter, but I want you to know the room feels quieter than what you're hearing. After saying something like that, the room feels so much quieter than like what you're hearing. Also, I guess I should also explain the setup of Monticello. I think Monticello is still a place. I think they just don't do the open mic. I gotta check up on that. But the stage, like where I'm at, is like the complete opposite of the second half of the spot. So when you walk in, to the right, it's the bathrooms and there's a little hallway. And to the left would be the stage where I'm at. And then there's seating areas, there's a bars outside, and then DJ booth. That's the left. You go to the right, glass door, and then it's literally a whole nother section where they're blasting music. Sometimes there's a catered party in there. Maybe it's just late night, so it's just more of a like club vibe. It's packed out in there, and so you're dealing with all that noise with the people in the room not giving a fuck. And there's probably, on a good night, it'd be at least 30 and just there, but there'd always be traffic. There was one night a hurricane came through. There was nobody, not hurricane, but it was during the hurricane. But I'm saying we got the residuals of the hurricane. Nobody came through. So I also did acknowledge this big ass shirt I'm in. I came back from the gym. I'm not trying to do a fashion thing or anything or nothing. I literally just, I came back from the gym and I'm in between things, so I just didn't change. Yeah.
You know, I've had the opportunity to meet a few of these women, and they're great people. I have no problem with that. There's nothing wrong with having an abortion, your body, you know, your choice. I believe in that shit. But I see y'all the same way I see a Ouija board. You know, I don't want to get in contact with the dead, so I'm gonna just stay as far away as I can from y'all. I'm sorry, I just am. But yeah, clearly these jokes didn't go well with y'all, and that's fine. You know what's funny? I had a third one. Clearly, there's some people in the crowd who know people who have had abortions or who have had abortions. It's fine. Again, it's fine. But I had another joke. But I'm gonna take a page from y'all and I'm gonna just kill it. So I'm gonna just throw it away, put it in a dumpster. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah. But I appreciate the opportunity to be up here, and you know, it's.
I'm not even gonna play. I gotta tap out. That was cringy. I gotta tap out. Whoo! It's like touching a Ouija board. I could probably make that work now. That's the funny part. I'm just like, God, the way I'm moving is just so bad. I can't even explain it more than that. I don't know if we can. I had 3 clips planned. I don't know if I can do it. What was this other clip? This DJ seen so much of me. He's pause. so much of my performances. He's probably like, damn, this nigga. Which clip was it? Okay. Hey man, we just gonna do all of them. We just gonna do all of them at this point. Whew. Don't even matter. Don't even matter which order. Don't even matter. I think this was okay. I'm not gonna lie. I think this was the time where there was like nobody. So this is just me just shooting blanks.
How's it going? Oh man. I wanted to talk about the Diddy shit, but he covered everything. So I'm gonna ski past that. Actually, I got one thing. I had a thought. Having a surplus of shit is kind of, no offense, it's kind of like being big. It's like, do you get to a point where you realize you got too much? Like, I always thought, I'm like, does someone, like, look at themselves in, like, the mirror and be like, damn, like, I done put on some weight. Like, I should lose this shit? I don't know. Like, did he look in the closet and be like, why do I need 1,000 of these? Like, why do I need so much of this shit? Like, I think that's just ridiculous. But, going on.
You gotta just know when to move on. Just gotta know, like, you can kind of tell when someone's saying something newer because there's an initial line and then you're waiting for the punchline. And then sometimes if there's no punchline, they just get straight to digging, right? They just straight try to find reactions or something to, like, kind of piggyback off to keep this idea going. But it'll be like a kind of a loosely baked idea. Maybe not a lot of setup. And then the punchline. And if the punchline doesn't go, then they still result to digging. Right? Or it just goes well and then they either move on or they capitalize. But then they still try, but we're talking about the digging route. So I kind of was digging for a little minute, and then you gotta know, like, ooh, okay, yeah, we're not gonna get none out of this hole. You gotta switch pivot. So this was probably, between the first clip and this clip is probably about 4 months. 3 to 4 months difference, if I had to say. Because when did the Diddy stuff start? I want to say it was like probably the fall. So, if it was June, July, August, it was at least 2, so probably like 3-4 months. Yeah, 3-4 months.
I like to have a conversation when I'm on stage. So I actually just, let's work through a thought here. Is I like that in our society we can work with a lot of gray, Like, we understand that killing is wrong, right? So if you kill someone unjustly, that's murder. That's wrong. But there's reasons where you might need to kill someone, like if they break into your house. That's self-defense, That's a very valid reason to have to kill someone. I like that, right? And I feel like that should go across for a lot of things. For example, let's say I'm out in Carrollton. If any of y'all been in Carrollton, it's racist as shit. Like, I'm saying, the first time I drove through, there was a truck with a Confederate flag. Went right past it, right? So if I'm in Carrollton, right, I'll come out to Walmart, and that same truck, it come by with a Confederate flag, and some white boys in it, and they're like, where you going, nigga? Where you going tonight? I'm just trying to get home. And they jump out the car, and one of them got roped. Like, I know what they're trying to do. Like, they're trying to fuck with me. They're trying to kill me. I feel like personally, because I don't own a gun yet, I feel like in that right moment, if I gotta deal with a 1-on-4, I gotta take one of them, deal with the rest of them, I feel like I should be able to rape one of them. I feel like if I can hold one of them down, deter the rest of them from fucking with me, right? And I done fucked him up. I feel like that's a valid reason, right? Obviously, rape is horrible. But in that scenario, I think it would be valid, like self-defense, me personally. But if y'all didn't like that joke, it's okay. That's fine. I done got sexually assaulted one time, and it wasn't a pleasant time, I was fucking with this one girl, and she had got a little drunk. We had both got a little drunk, but I really wasn't on that type of time of that night. So I take her up to the room because I'm about to put her to bed, right? But I go up there, she take her top off, and she's like, let's get into it. I was like, all right, that's fine. We started making out. We're on the bed, just talking, just making out, talking, just being crazy, right? And she looks at me and is like, I want you to fuck me. And I'm like,
don't know about that. Because I don't know I don't know how drunk she is. I know she drank, but I don't know how drunk she is. That's how I end up in the cell next to R. Kelly. I'm not trying to do that, right? So I'm like, let's not do.
We gotta laugh. We gotta laugh. A snicker.
She's like forcing me down on the bed. She's like, I want to do it. I want to do it. And she reaches into my pants and she asks a very valid question. She says, if you didn't want this, why are you hard? And I didn't have a retort for that. I was like, I mean, that's I do. Like, yeah, I do want to fuck you, but just not under these circumstances, you know? And y'all laughing because that's a valid way to get through that, you know, situation. But if it was reversed, it'd be fucked up, right? If a guy was pressing up on a girl and he felt her and was like, if you didn't want this, why you so wet? I don't know about y'all, but that made my pussy dry. That shit sounded disgusting. That's I don't like that either, so, you know. But that's my time for the night. My name is Marcus Brown. I appreciate it.
You know what? That's the name of you know what? That's the name of the episode. That made my pussy dry up. That's the name of the episode now. Clip it. Clip it. Look at me cheesing. Look at me cheesing so hard. Just whoo! That felt like a way better set. And it wasn't that far apart. It's crazy. The first few times is really some shit, man. It's really some shit. It's literally like, I hate we gotta relate everything to sex, but sex is like the perfect embodiment of life. You know? There's life here that it's taken out. That's just the soul. So now the vessel that was holding that sperm, you know, metaphorically is dead. And now that life is traveling and it's incubated, and then it grows, expands, and then it does it again until it comes out, it can sustain itself, and does it again. It's perfect embodiment of life. But it's literally like I remember the first time I had sex. Like comedy's like sex. The first time I had sex, being so serious, I came so quick. I had to ask the girl if I came. I didn't know what I was doing. Right? So the first few times is like so splotchy. And I've noticed like now I'm kind of in like a stride of like how I like to do it, which might not be the best way. Definitely needs improvement. Definitely can always be better. But just this kind of stride, this technique that I have right now, I'm really comfortable with it. And I could tell, and then you could tell with earlier clips, with earlier you, it's like there was no style, there was no whatever. It was just you just shooting shit. Or maybe it was you trying a different style. Like sometimes, like I've seen people in person that this happens. Like they switch styles, and then it's like fighting. I could have related it to sex again, but let's not. It's like fight. It's like someone might be used to like I don't even know how it works. I just hear how it talk like conversations because I got friends that are big into like UFC and boxing. But like you might, if you're too like trained in fighting someone who's southpaw, then when they're orthodox. Then when they're southpaw, because I think that's what opposite stance. That's more like if they're mirroring you, or they're left-handed. I don't know. Then it might confuse you because their movements are just different. So it's kind of like that. So it's like if you were in a fight and then you had to switch southpaw and you're like not too used to it, so your footwork's a little off, your jab's not like the right distance for you to like set stuff up, and so you're kind of just off. I've seen that too. And I'm sure I'll hit that at a point where as I'm getting better, I have to evolve different techniques. And then I'll kind of have, maybe not nearly as that bad as the first clip. Jesus. Whoo. That hurt my soul, man. That hurt my soul. We'll get through this clip too.
I thought it was Magic Mike up here. I got scared. I thought he was going to start taking the shirt. I wasn't knowing.
Okay, so what happened? Okay, so even context. Back up. So what happened was the host, I'm showing my age here, but what was that song? Tell me what you want. Tell me, I don't know, but like he had a joke about that because they had the step into it, and then he was like he had a jacket I think he took off or something. So I was making a joke. It felt like Magic Mike up here because he was stripping.
How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? You good? How was Juneteenth? Let's start there. Let's backtrack. It was good? It was good? I bet y'all worked that day, didn't you? Y'all didn't get a fucking day off. You worked? Or you did? You got off? It was paid? Paid? You lucky motherfucker. I ain't get shit. I didn't show up, unpaid holiday, nothing. I couldn't even call out. I hated that. The best thing I got for Juneteenth was white guilt. That's it. That's all. I'm in school right now. I had class. They canceled class for Martin Luther King Day. They canceled for him. He was fucking white women. It's the principle. The principle. You know what I mean? It was fucked up. But I had to go to class. You know, we going. It's accounting class. So we doing a bunch of.
Do you hear how loud it is? Do you hear how loud it is? That's not even the niggas you're seeing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 20-ish. My count's probably wrong because I'm counting body parts probably twice. So I'm trying to count heads. I don't even think that's a person right there, actually. That might just be the shadow of that person's arm. I think I counted that as a person. But anyways, it's like at least 10, 15 right here. There's so much noise because this is what the back part's packed too. So, yeah, man.
Formulas, math, and all that stuff. And the teacher finally gets to the answer. She worked with problem. And she's like, all right, does everyone understand how I got 6/10 for the answer right here? It's an easy problem. Like, I don't got a problem with it, but I'm looking at it and sometimes right. So I raise my hand. I'm like, don't we gotta reduce the number to the lowest value, you know, for it to be the right answer? Bitch starts sweating. She just, I can't say the real answer today. I can't. I'm like, why? Is this a number? Is this a number? White folks always love saying niggas is a word. You know, we can say this is a word. Just reduce 6. Y'all clearly didn't get what 6/10 was if you reduce it. That's 3/4. You clearly didn't get it. I don't know why
I fucked it up. 3/5. Oh my god, I still fucked up. I was so nervous. Ah! You know what's funny? This reminds me. There was another time. Maybe I'll find that clip and review it. But there was one day I accidentally mixed up Helen Keller and Anne Frank, and so somebody was saying. Let me get this right. Hold on. Anne Frank was the Jewish girl who got caught. Yeah, right. Okay, so I don't remember. No, I got it mixed up with Amelia Earhart. That's what it was. Someone made a joke about Amelia Earhart and how she taught herself Morse code, or maybe it was Helen Keller and how she taught herself Braille. No, it was how she taught herself Braille. It was Helen Keller. But then I said something else with Amelia Earhart. But I got Anne Frank and Helen Keller mixed up because someone brought up Helen Keller. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to remember how I messed it up. But basically, I got it mixed up. And I said that Anne Frank was playing with her pubes. And that's how she learned Braille. And she just kept playing with her clit. And that was I. I don't know how I messed up. I gotta find the clip. I can't remember. But that's how, because it's 3/5. It's 3/5. You were 3/5 as a man, not 3. Oh, I messed it up. You're more actually 3/4. That's actually a compliment. Anyways. Let's just keep going.
The only number niggas know is an 1/8, quarter, and an ounce. That's it. And a 3, that's an 8. That's exactly. See, you know.
Hey, here's the thing. They immediately forgot though, because then the actual joke that I was setting up. Because I knew the first part was going to be stupid. But then the 1/8, quarter, and an ounce. And that's kind of why I got mixed up. Because I was thinking about quarters. I was thinking about the punchline quarter. So, but I'll actually just replay that so you can.
Just reduce 6. Y'all clearly didn't get what 6/10 was if you reduce it. That's 3/4. You clearly didn't get it. I don't know why some numbers joking a room full of niggas. The only number niggas know is an 1/8, quarter, and an ounce. That's it. And a 3, that's an 8. That's exactly. See, she know. Goddamn. That shit went right over, man. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You know. But they just be on some distracted, like just white folks just be on some distracted shit. We all do. We all just talk. I'm talking now, just distracting. You know, I got a co-worker at CarMax, older white dude. He's nice as hell, love him, right? He always wears this country ass, like it's like a hand woven hat, and he wears it every day. I work 5 days a week, right? He wears it every day. Don't miss a beat. So I was just curious on why, you know, he wears it every day. So he walked by, I stopped, I'm like, hey, bro, let's call him Fred. I'm like, hey, Fred, why do you always wear that hat? You know, what's the significance of it? I'm curious. And he says, let me tell you a story. That's when I knew it was going to be some bullshit. He said, let me tell you a story. He pulls out his phone and shows me a picture of him standing like this with a bell, right? And he's like, a year ago, I beat cancer. I had cancer. I went through, I think he said 8-9 months of chemo. And he was saying how hard the struggle was with the first 2 treatments and past that. And he was fighting, you know. Beautiful story. Goes through it and he said how he got to be there for his kids. He has to work his job. He got to provide. And he says how being there for his family really got him through it, right? Puts his phone away and walks away. And y'all are probably wondering the same thing as what I was wondering, is what the fuck that got to do with a hat? Because he just went on this whole 10-minute spiel and ain't telling me shit, you know? So, it is what it is. But I appreciate the laughs. I hope y'all have a great night.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to say back in the, oh. Why'd I do this with the mic? Why'd I do that? Embarrassing. Man. Yeah, man, that hurt me. Don't worry. That, whoa. Let's go ahead and take a break. Let's give it over to Business Brown. He's going to talk to you about some Amway that can probably nourish your muscles, bones, and mental state after having to endure that. I'm very sorry. So let's go ahead and kick it to him. I'll see you in a second. How's it going, all you cucks and bucks? Business Brown here. I just want to holler at y'all real quick. Got a few announcements. I know I'm supposed to be the business guy and I'm in a robe right now, but I'm in this robe for good reason. The good reason is our featured products of the season. Right now, we still have the laundry detergent at $50 and 130 loads. Yes, you heard me right, 130 loads. It's literally, you just have to take that cap off. That cap is this big. It's that big. Take the cap off, fill it up. That's one. Boom. That's all you need. But right now, we do have the laundry detergent at $50. And if you sign up as a VIP member, which is completely free, I can throw in the softener for you. Also for free. That's like a $70 value right there. Really $100 because the VIP is also free, but you know, we're not gonna play semantics over here. I'm just know I'm trying to save you money. I'm trying to be good for your body. There's no harmful chemicals in this. All the packaging is biodegradable, and also 70% of Amway's products that goes from their home cleaning products, that goes to, you know, clothes, the supplements, energy drinks, vitamins, all that stuff. 70% of it is manufactured in America. You know what that means? That means no tariffs. Because I know we learned what tariffs are recently with that, because, you know, it's made here, so it's just a shipping cost, really. And if you're a VIP member, there's also deals that we can give you. And also, you just spend $150 or more on one order, you get free shipping anyways. So, what are you losing? Nothing. American jobs right here, boom. You're supporting America, boom, right here. And you're saving money, boom. And it's good for your body, boom. So yeah, press the link in the description. It will take you to my shop. It will have my email available and all my featured products. Yes, get to that. Check that out, please. And then the second announcement that we have is next month on June 27th, a very talented artist named King Yoshi. Wouldn't say I'm good friends with him, but we hang out sometime. But he has put me on the lineup for his show next month, Goofy Palooza. Again, that's June 27th. It's gonna be from what time? 9 to 2, I believe. I mean, I'll put the flyer here. I can't see it, but y'all will see it. It's okay. But if you haven't seen me do stand-up, you know, this is gonna be a great time to do it. Like, to see me do stand-up. Not, I mean, I think it's also probably gonna be a great time to do stand-up. There's gonna be music, like live music, obviously. Not there's gonna be live performers. We're gonna have rappers, singers. We're gonna have stand-up comedians. Ferg is gonna be there. I talk about Ferg all the time. Super funny dude. You know, pop out. There's talent. There's talent. I don't know how to sell you on this. There's gonna be talent. Oh, there's gonna be free drinks with a $1 tip. There's free drinks. If you get the $15 ticket, that does come with merch, comes with skip the line stuff. If you just get the 10, just a regular entry. But again, you're gonna enjoy your time. There's also gonna be games. Did I mention there's gonna be games? Did I mention there's gonna be drinks? Did I mention I was doing stand up at this show? That's why you should come. June 27th. I'll see y'all there. Let's get back to the pod. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's quit the bullshit. Let's quit the talk. Let's quit the chatter. Whoa. Anyways, you know what it is? Oh shit, Ashley. Hold up, we can't fuck with the brand. We can't. Come on, that's brand. I actually didn't know what that was. I thought it was just from the side. Can't mess with the brand, man. You see the red hat, you know what it is. We're gonna pull out some ideas, some thoughts that are gonna be totally unfunny. That's the bottom. Or they're gonna ruin any shot of having a corporate office or, political job in the future. Or they're, like I said, they're not gonna be funny. So it's either gonna be extremely funny or, ruining our future, or it's gonna be one of the two. I don't know. But yeah, we're just gonna, I don't know, let's do like 3, 4. Let's do 3, 4, 3, 4 has been a reoccurring number. So let's stick with 3 and 4, alright? What's ruminating? Boom. Forgot to say it. Forgot to say it, man. I'm bad at this. You see how I'm bad at what, bro? You know what? There's gonna get to a point. I should make this super meta. There should be a point, like, maybe when I'm like 50 episodes deep. There should be a point where I'm reviewing how I used to review clips. Like, I'm reviewing older Rumination episodes. That's infinite content. Guys, that's infinite content. I'm gonna teach y'all, all the things I'm doing bad now, wait 5 years. I'm gonna review it, and then I'm gonna give it back to you and tell you what y'all shouldn't do if y'all are starting from what I'm doing now. Infinite content, bro. Infinite content. Right there. Okay, so this one's pretty funny. All it says is male G-spot gateway drug. So, before we get into it, because obviously we all are familiar with the term gateway drug. It's a drug that you use that introduces you into, that's kind of not surface level, maybe surface level, maybe it's like alcohol or vaping or something. But it's much shallow of consequences, and then eventually, the theory is eventually you get into the harder stuff because you want the stronger high and the stronger feeling. Which one I just think is bullshit, because everything could be a gateway to something, Like what? Like I've heard people starting with heroin. Like what? It don't really like the gateway. It's just it's not that it's a stupid term and concept. It's just like stupid to like hold that to certain controlled substance names, because anyone can start anywhere. And then also, if someone, like, let's say shrooms to somebody else is higher than weed, and they do shrooms, they have a horrible experience, and they're definitely not going to go down. Or, sorry, they're definitely not going to go up, so they might go down, really. So, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. But the male G-spot apparently is in the butt, and, that's why I don't think that there was, like, a God that, like, makes things. I think there's more just, like, a higher consciousness that dictates, like, the organization of the rules of science that we see. That really didn't make any sense. But, like, the rules that we observe are of how the world works. Atoms and molecules, bonds, things that we can observe through science, I think are more just, like, the
systems that are created by some other set of rules that we haven't discovered yet. And I don't think that, like, and I think that's basically what God is. It's like a separate, it's like science for us is like we're figuring out the gears of the car, but we haven't figured out what turns the car on. Like, we haven't figured out that it needs gas in terms of like real, when we're dealing with other planes of dimension and maybe even our souls. Because if it is a conscious God, you're a real asshole to put it. That was a great pun. You're a real dickhead to put the most pleasurable spot for a man in the butt. That was a real long spiel to get to where we're at now. But that's basically what I think. Like, I just think, like, we're figuring out more gears, and then there's going to be a point where we figure out what starts the car. But that's the piece that's missing, and that's what God is. But I don't think, like, gasoline did not decide that it's gasoline. It just is. It's just the rule. It's made out of the certain molecules that, you know, and it powers gas. I think God is that gas that powers the gears that create the systems of life around us. So he's not really dictating how we mold, right? Also would explain child cancer, because that's just another thing. It's like, dude, why are you giving that to kids? That's, you know what I mean? That's rough. What does this have to do with the G-spot? Oh yeah, he was just a dickhead for that. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, it's a gateway drug because that definitely is gonna make you gay. Like, I don't think it's gay if like you and your lady like do like ass stuff. I don't think that's gay, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna make you gay. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just gotta, like, you can shoot heroin maybe 1-2 times, be okay. You can maybe smoke crack a couple times. It's just like when you get addicted, when you start moving up, that's when there's a problem. Do with that information as you will. Do with that information as you will, man. Joey Diaz was talking about that. He said back in the day they used to put the thermometer up the butt. And so now all those kids that got the thermometer of the butt, when they went to the doctor, they're just gay now. That's what he said. I swear to God, I can't make this up. I got it twice. Male G-spot is a gateway drug. So that just shows you my organization skills of picking prompts. It's because I wrote it down twice. Man, we gotta hammer it home. No butt stuff. You can let your girl grab it, though. Huh? This one isn't even. Yo, who wrote these? Okay, nutting on your significant other, squirting to, and then disrespectful, question mark. That's it. Disrespectful, question mark. I personally don't like really nutting on my significant other. Like, I really don't I don't like nutting on people at all, honestly. It's kind of, yeah, I don't like that. Like money shots, like, I never understood that kind of, I mean, like, I understand the culture of it. I guess that just doesn't really do it for me. Cause I've never wanted to come on my girl's face. I have a joke and like, there's this coworker, from, you know, back in the day, and he was telling me that there was a time that he would nut in his girl's mouth and she'd spit it back in his mouth, and I'm like, oh my God. I don't know if I should be disgusted or just mad that you're not coming out the closet, because there's no way you could be straight with coming in your mouth. There's just no way. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's crazy. Yeah, man. But yeah, just coming, like, squirt, I think it's fine to me, but I can definitely see how someone would just see squirt as come in essence, and they'd be disgusted by that. But to me, it's not really. Like, they're like, oh, it's pee. I don't really care. It's from a woman. To me, that's the only that's the underlying rule. Is it from a woman? What are we even talking about then? What are we even talking about? Like, how is eating like I gotta and people don't believe me when I say this. So maybe this is maybe a bit nicher than I thought, but like I know for a fact Jamaican men don't do this, or they claim they won't do this. Apparently, some African cultures they also do. I heard either Colombian or Cuban. There's like this like not a gang, I don't want to say, but there's this kind of like community of I guess I was gonna say community of men. Yeah, it's a gang. I just didn't want to put the negative connotation on it. But like they like in their code is like you can't do these things, and one of them is going down on women. Jamaican men will say they won't go down on women. African men, some of them will say they don't go down on women, and I don't get that. Because how is it weird or gay? Because it's a woman. It's a woman. Like, it's like saying you like feet could be gay. It could be just broad. You could just make it broad. I like feet and make it broad, you know? But if you like women feet, like, what's wrong with that? And I'm talking more, like, this is like a heterosexual, like, confrontational conversation. Like, this is me and other straight guys arguing this, and that it's gay to like certain parts of a woman. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Y'all are gay. Y'all are gay. And not in like, oh, you're gay, bad way. Just like you're gay, like you're weird. Like, why would you not? Like, I don't know. I talk about it on stage a lot too, so I don't even feel bad about it. I should put a gay counter. How many times I said it this episode? Good Lord. Can we please get something that's like not sex related? I'm asking myself that I wrote these. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know what's in my head. These are also a lot of earlier stuff. So like that first clip, yeah, this is the brain of that dude, not me. So this is kind of a lot. It's kind of a so my mom was getting on to me because she was saying how certain things, you know, like she was just going on like, oh, this gives her cancer, this gives her cancer. I was like, Mom, everything gives you cancer. This laptop being on my lap, it's called a laptop. Being on my lap probably gives my balls cancer. It's probably ruining my sperm. It just happens, right? And she had said something that was like so blatantly obvious that like, yeah, that's what happened. And I was like, and so I was just saying something back at her, and I was just like, yeah. And you know microwaves make your balls fall off, right? And for whatever reason, she looked at me and was like, really? And not in like a sarcastic way, like a genuine way, but maybe it was a little bit sarcastic, I'm sure it was. And she was like, really? And so my brain clicks, I'm like, yeah, that's why women are in the kitchen all the time. I said this to my mother, so if you're mad about it, tough crowd. But yeah, microwaves make your balls fall off. That's why women are in the kitchen. That's what that said. I just needed to tell you all the context before I just said it in fucking 12 to 6. Actually, that's one technique that I'm trying to. Actually, I'm not going to talk about that yet. But 12 to 6. If you know UFC already, that's an illegal move. I think John Jones got disqualified for using it one time, but let's do one more. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one. That didn't feel like a good, rough ending. Let's do one more. For the road. We're doing 4. 3 to 4. That's what I said. Actually, nah, this is 3. I don't remember. Who cares? This is a good one. Christian women shouldn't be, well, I'm making up words here. Christian, good Lord. Christian women shouldn't have fat asses. Let me tell y'all. I love me You know what I mean? I don't gotta say it, but I love me some. I love it like I love it how Rick Ross loves supercars. Just loves them. I know he's got hella though. I've seen the pictures, you know, he's got all the garages. He's got hella fast cars. But in essence, someone could look at Rick Ross and be like, you got all them cars. And I know you don't be putting them to work. I be looking, I be like, damn, these Christian girls. And I'm saying Christian. Like, I didn't say girls are good. Listen, you said a girl that goes to church. That's like 80% of the population. That's not what I'm talking about. A lot of those women are unhealed heathens. A lot of them women aren't listening in church. A lot of those women, I'm not talking about those women. I'm talking about I'm saying the ones that they got it. Actually, they don't even got it in their bio. They got it in their highlights. They in the gym. And that's why they got Bunda, you know what I'm saying? Also from the Lord. You know, it's from him too. But I just be looking at her, I'm just like, I know you not using that because you too dedicated to the book, which is good. You too dedicated to the cloth, which is good. But Rick Ross, you just don't need all them cars, man. You don't need all them cars. That's all I'm saying. Rick Ross, lose the cars, and you could be and I don't gotta be upset. You make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven. Bruno Mars saddens me. Why did he go and make that song with Sexy Red? Why did he go and do that? He could have just kept doing coke and talking about beautiful women. But the sluts got some. He love him a good whore. That's what he be. He be talking. Look. Don't. Somebody go say something. Just listen to Bruno Mars in interviews. Just when he used to go on Instagram Live, I don't know if he does anymore, but like he used to have some crazy Instagram Lives. He used to be talking wild. That man loves him a good whore. Or from The Sopranos, a hoo-ah. Alright? I'm just saying. Anyways, guys, you know we always end the episode out with a Mr. Quotable, but I actually don't have a Mr. Quotable. I was trying to find a quote. I was trying to think of one. I couldn't come up with one. So hopefully in the next 3 minutes, I can come up with one. But I want to make one of the essence of if you're doing something that's extracurricular, like in essence right now, comedy for me is extracurricular. Number one, I'm in school, trying to get a degree so I can continue to get a master's in psychology and then get into the workforce, where promotions and it's quick to get a quicker route to 6 figures a year, right? Or should say quicker, safer, more structured, linear path. And then second to that is work, because technically I need that to pay for a lot of the things around schooling and just living. And then third is comedy. And although I'm passionate about it, I'm putting a lot into it, it's not doing anything for me right now. But I think for extracurricular things, right? Whether it's comedy, sports, singing, any art, I think you should always in the back of your mind want to be the best at it. I don't know. Maybe that's an overly competitive mindset to have, and that's great for me because it gets me productive, it gets me working, it keeps me honed in. But yes, something of that essence. if you had started what you're gonna do tomorrow earlier, you could have been the best yesterday. If you had started, let me say it again. That's a good one. I like that. I don't know if that's actually like, I don't know that that's that powerful. But if you had started what you're going, if you I gotta remember what I said. If you had started what you're going to start tomorrow earlier, you could have been the best yesterday. Boom. Type it down, take it with you, write it down. Go into the world, be good, be great, be awesome, be beautiful. And if you're not beautiful, find someone who thinks you're beautiful, I guess. That's really your only option. Like, there's not really like a good solution to everything. I know people try to make it seem like there's a good solution. Like, if you're not beautiful, yeah. Like, I'm 90s fine, but I'm not like today fine. Like, today fine, like 90s fine still work, but it's like you gotta know who can appreciate 90s fine. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm 90s fine. Go into the world, be awesome, be great. Pray for the world, pray for people everywhere. There's wars, there's conflict, there's racial, all types of evil, man. Just try to put some good out into the world. So that's what I'm doing with this, hopefully. Though offending people is fun. Just do jokes, not really. I mean, if you're offending people, really, it's mean. Offended them through jokes and they just don't get it, and that's on them. It's like, it's kind of funny. I don't know. It's like watching a kid fall down in Kmart. That was a reference to Theo Vaughn. I had the Kmart. I wasn't gonna do it, and I wanted to. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna cut this way before that. This point, I'm just still talking. I got time. Be good, be great, be awesome. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.